Okay, so this is how you make meat pockets. This is for Vanessa and for Rachel. So I made a double batch of pizza dough, and I was squeezing off a ball about the inside of my palm, just about that much. And all I do is I put olive oil or canola oil or whatever kind of oil you want on my countertop. You can do this on a plate. If you don't have granite or marble or tile, probably wouldn't work so well because of grout lines. And then I put a lot of the meat mixture in, and then I grab the two edges, and I usually pinch the first one really well because there's a lot of oil on my counter, just to make it really slippery and easy. Then I pinch the bottom in, and you can see that there's a lot of filling in the top, and then it makes a little box, and I pinch those edges together so it makes kind of a little square, and then I flip it upside down, make sure that it's all pinched together, and set it on my counter, or you can set it right on a greased cookie sheet. So again, I'm just spreading it out almost like you would spread out a pizza. It's not perfect in any way, shape, or form. It doesn't need to be. And I'm using quite a bit of filling. Sometimes the filling can poke out of the dough, and that's okay. Just stick it back together and it's all good. So I'm folding it like an envelope again, pinching the edges so that they stay together, rolling it, and it looks like that. And you can see I'm not using a ton of dough, probably a little bit bigger than the size of a golf ball, maybe like a golf ball in half size. And I'm just squishing and spreading it with, my hands are also oiled with olive oil because it makes it so that nothing sticks to my hands other than the oil. So you can see I'm not being neat. Neatness doesn't matter, at least in this. These are just meat pockets. They don't even have a fancy name. My grandma was German and Russian, so I don't know a lot of. I was little when she lived in California, and she moved out of California when I was 8, so I don't know what a lot of the things are because she didn't teach me. It's all been either out of the cookbook that she left and I got since I'm a culinary instructor, or by memory, because there's things that she would cook for every single like family meal, and I know what the ingredients were from when I was little, and I remember exactly how they tasted. So you can see this one is kind of having a hard time. It's coming open in a couple places. That's fine. I'll just kind of stretch the dough, twist it, turn it. Doesn't really matter what the bottom looks like. I just square it up, kind of try and make them about the same size. I'm gonna put a little more. I'm doing about a tablespoon of oil at a time and it'll make about 4. And again, I'm keeping my hands really well oiled. The dough isn't absorbing a whole lot of the olive oil. It's absorbing a little bit of it. When I made the meat mixture, I don't drain anything out. I let it reduce and it keeps like all the juices from the carrots and the cabbage, all of the meat juice, all of the fat. I don't drain any of it. To me, that is kind of what makes them so good, is that they're super not healthy in regards to fat, but you get a lot of vegetables. This, for that whole bowl, there's 2 heads of cabbage in there, so lots of cabbage, about 3 pounds of meat, and about half a pound of carrots maybe. You could use, if you don't want to shred your own cabbage, the easiest way to do it is to buy the coleslaw mix, and I've used that a lot, and that works really well. You could, if you didn't want to make dough, you could probably do biscuit, like Grand's biscuits or something like that. Stretch them out a little bit. I mean, you won't be able to fill them as much. Or if you have a pizza place by you that will let you buy dough, you could buy a couple pounds of dough, of pizza dough, and get around to making your dough that way. So then you really just have to brown the meat, add the veg, saute it till it's soft with lots of salt and pepper. That's the only seasoning in here, is salt and pepper. This one's really big because my dough ball was really big. And then I've got enough for, I think, 2 more. They're going to be kind of big. I will probably have a little bit of filling left over. So I just stretch, and hopefully the dough will stick just enough. I think I'll put 3 scoops of filling in these. Oh yeah, we'll probably end up using this whole batch. Let's see. 1, 2, 3. I'm gonna put just about another spoonful in there, just to try and fit it all in. Okay. So this one's huge, but it's all good. They'll still bake pretty much at the same time. Sometimes they're all different shapes and sizes. This one's gonna be smaller. That's okay. Not like super small, but a little small. I will try and fit the rest of the filling in this one. This dough might be, and I'm just stretching it until the dough doesn't want to stretch anymore. I try and get it fairly thin so you get more filling to bread, and then I will let this rise again so they get nice and puffy, probably overproof, and that's okay. I'm okay with it. So I used all of my filling, and then we're gonna go roll those, roll that over, toss that over. Okay, so I'm gonna wash my hands again, and I will go get a sheet tray and do that. When I put them on the Actually, I probably won't do that. I'll try and put finished picture of them. I'll bake them at 400 until they're golden brown and delicious. They have a really good oily coat on them because we obviously stretch them using the olive oil. But I will sprinkle the tops of them with salt, kind of like a pretzel. But this is what they look like. So out of 3 pounds of meat, 2 heads of cabbage, and about a half a pound of carrots, I got 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14. And it was 1.5 times recipe of pizza dough, and I use Alton Brown's pizza dough recipe. I don't follow it exactly. Timing wise for like resting it in the refrigerator, I just left it in my mixing bowl for longer, let it grow to at least double in size, and that is about it. So yeah, I will bake these at 350 until they are golden brown and delicious, and then they freeze really well. You can microwave them. They will have kind of a sauce built into them, which is really nice, but they won't be soupy. They'll just be lightly sauced. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments below. Thanks. Bye.